Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we are going to show the much requested DIY video of our walk-in closet. This project took a lot of time and effort, because of which it took us so long to upload this video. My husband will take you guys through the steps on how we put this together. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.
Step 1 is to design your IKEA Pax. It's simple to do this. You can just go on to the IKEA website. There's a IKEA Pax planner available. You just need to put in the measurements of your room and design the size of the shelves that you need. The towers are generally available in 2 heights and 2 widths. So depending on what suits your room, you can decide on what height and what width you need. Step 2 is to put your IKEA packs together. Now bear in mind that this is a 2-person job. Please don't try to do it alone. The wooden panels are quite heavy, so better be safe than sorry. If it is too hard and you can't figure out how to do it, you can always call IKEA. They can assist you over the phone. If it's still not helping, they do have someone you can organize to get it installed for you. I don't know exactly how much the price is, but it's also an available option. Make sure that the towers are put in together and are in the upright position. If there's not much clearance above the shelves, you might not be able to lift them up straight, as they will hit the ceiling. They should look something like this once they're installed. Next, we are going to put together a dressing table. We painted the wall black in that section because that's what we had in mind for the background of the table. We are using standard wood panels from Bunnings. We are cutting the wood to make the drawer section of the dressing table, the table itself. Here I'm just using a circular saw to cut. You can use a normal wood saw if you don't have a circular saw. Make sure that you know what size of the drawer and table you need and make the cuts accordingly. I'm using a combination of glue and screws to make the table. Here you can see that I've screwed the wooden boards directly into the wall. I've actually screwed them into the studs in the wall to give them the support they need. On the top right corner of the table as well, I've left a gap so that the LED cables can pass through to the bottom. I've also used pocket holes to fix the left panel and also L clamps, which I'll be adding on the left side to give it more support like this. We're going to install the drawer now. We've used ball bearing drawer sliders from Bunnings again. These are pretty smooth and also are strong and can support up to about 30 to 45 kgs, which is pretty good because we're making this out of wood and it needs that strength to hold this weight. The easiest way to install drawer sliders is to mark the slider onto both the drawer and the wall support. That way you don't make mistakes. Also try to use a spirit level just to make sure that you're... Now we're putting together the table top. We're going to put this together with screws. We generally use a combination of nails and glue, but where that extra support is not required, using screws will just do the job equally well. The final part of the dressing table is the front drawer with the pull-out handle. We just got that again from Bunnings, and that's the last piece that will go into the table. Make sure there's at least 1 to 2 mm gap on all 4 sides of the front face of the drawer. If the space is any less, then it can grind on the sides because of friction. So for a smooth opening and closing, make sure there's gap on all 4 sides. Here we're drilling the assist holes before we screw them in. Once we mark all the screw spots, we screw them all together. See, it's nice and smooth. Now we're going to fill in all the screw holes with wood filler for a good finish. Next, we are going to put in the mirror. So the first part would be the MDF base, where the mirror is going to be placed on top of. We're screwing that into the wall, and we've also used some glue before we screwed them in. We've got 2 sections, one at the top and one below the table. So we're doing both in. So we're going to stick the glass on top of this wooden, the MDF board. Here we're going to stain the table before we move on to fixing the glass in. This is the final look after 3 coats of stain. Before we fix the mirror on, we're going to put in the LED strip. So I'm going to glue that on to the edge of the mirror support. The gap between the MDF and the wall on the right is where the LED wire is going to go down under the table, where we're going to connect it to the power source. And let there be light. Now we're going to apply glue to the MDF support before we fix the mirror on top of it. I've used liquid nails to stick the mirror, as they can be quite heavy. I've started to stick on the wood panels on the wall, and this is the final look after we turn on the LEDs. The last step to the whole process is to install a full-length mirror, a sliding mirror, using drawer sliders. As you can see, I've used 2 pieces of wood which are drilled into the wall studs, and I've placed the drawer sliders onto them and fixed the mirror onto the drawer slider, the second part of the drawer slider, and then it slides straight onto our wooden support. We've got all the accessories installed onto the Pax towers now, including the LED lights, which are again from IKEA, which we ordered as part of the IKEA Pax. Looks like the mirror is all in, and that's the final setup.